Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. I'm your host, Shon Black. Throwing it back. Today we are talking about relationships. Relationships. If you are out there today and you are in a committed married relationship, you want to see this episode. This episode is about marriage. We're not talking about shacking up. We're not talking about your baby daddy or your baby mama. We're not talking about any of those things. And if those are the things that you got going on, you can still watch. You can learn something from the show today. But for the most part, we are talking about just relationships in general and how relationships are super important. And we also got a special guest, the Fly Puerto Rican. The Fly Puerto Rican will be in the show today. I'm gonna give her a quick buzz today, and yeah, we are gonna get at it. If I can find my voice joint, there we go. And we're gonna call the Fly Puerto Rican in a little bit and have her chime in on her formula for great dating relationships. But for the most part, we are live, and we're gonna be talking that on the Shon Black Pod today. Is relationships, and we're gonna ask ourselves about healthy relationships, common signs of toxic relationships. Also, we're gonna do. We're also gonna just my perspective on relationships because this is Advice Mondays. Now, full disclosure, I don't know. I wasn't going to come today. I was like, sometimes this weekend has just been one of those weekends, right? Like you just got over the fourth a week or so ago. You don't really have what you need going on. Like I know for me, it's kind of been up in the air. I've been up in the air with it, and so I don't know. I wasn't gonna do anything on the show today. But then, though, Matt came on. He told me, he's like, "Listen, man, you need to do it. You need to stick with it." Sometimes I get discouraged, not because of any of you. It's just sometimes you get tired, bro. Like I'm tired sometimes. So anyway, we're gonna talk about relationships today. I want you guys in the chat to let me know what you think about your relationships, and if we're in one of those categories, you know what I'm saying. If you fall into one of those categories, um, that I just described. Now you got to bear with me because I can't see. I was gonna wear my glasses. You might see me doing this, trying to look at what's going on, cause my eyes are terrible, and I got new glasses coming. But for right now, I'm gonna squint and look at the screen. So bear with me on all that, and all the people that came in and followed and liked so far. Again, I always thank you. If you're on TikTok, please like and subscribe, share. It costs you nothing to hit the like button. That's my joint. Even if you just scrolling past, you know what I'm saying? Just hit the like button and keep it moving. And I try to practice that on my own joint. I know sometimes you be messing up your algorithms, but mess it up with Shon Black Podcast. It's a good joint. Let me grab something real quick. It'll be easier for me to watch the show. I mean, to comment on the show when you guys drop your comments in there. And Tristan, yo, drop a like if you would. We're going to talk about relationships if you want to stand. Father and son since joined the show. Thank you, Father and son since. We're going to be talking about relationships, my brother. Like and subscribe. And if you haven't followed Father Son Sent on TikTok, please do so. Also, think about going into their store and buying some spray goods for yourself because I bought some Latafa Camera, and it's one of my favorite joints. I even had some guy, no diddy, tell me that I smell good, no diddy. And so go and chop with him It's a great look. You know what I'm saying? Go and shop with my man Father and Son sent. Um, Hold on one moment. I'll be right back. All right. I had to get up and make that move real quick, Doc. Make that move there, bud. I had to make that move. I had to get, because, like I said, it's easier for me to read the comments if I'm in here like this. So, relationships, I think a lot of people take relationships for granted. It is a thing, they think that they just do. Relationship is a thing that they just do. The people do not take relationships serious in 2026. They say they do, but I think relationships are about, especially marriage relationships, are about trying. You're gonna mess up. You're not gonna be perfect. This person that you're dealing with is a whole separate individual from yourself. It was very hard for me to learn that as a father and a man. It's very hard for me to learn that the person that I'm dealing with is a separate person from myself, right? Even though you know this, you know that that's what it is. You know that that person is separate and different and all that other kind of stuff. It is very hard for you to separate that when you're talking the relationship aspect of what you're doing. It is very hard because you want things your way. We have an incredible selfish problem when it comes to relationships and people in marriages. And people say, well, Shon Black, what makes you an expert? I'm not an expert, bro. I'm just telling you from my perspective what I think was wrong with people's relationship. And even I had the same issues when I was a young person coming into the game. Now I'm like 23 or 24 years in the game, and I can look back and I can say, yo, for me, the issue was is I expected the Fly Puerto Rican to like the things that I like, to do the things that I did, and you don't realize that that person that you're dealing with is a whole separate person from what you got going on. Whole separate person. It's a fact. It's a fact. You just, it is what it is. And so at times you can think, oh yeah, let's go do this. Or I have this idea that I got going on. Or I got this thing that I want to do. And you don't realize that that thing or that idea that you got in your head, you don't realize that the person that you're dealing with might not like that. Your wife might not like that. Your husband might not like that. They might feel some sort of way about, something as simple as decorating. Most people fight over money. I find that money is one of those things that people fight mostly about. Control of money, control of finances, control of this and control of that. Um, it's hard to it's hard to separate yourself from money in that way in relationships, because those are the things that'll kill it. Oh, can't even say that word. That will unalive your relationship. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't strike me. Don't strike me. I forgot that you can't say stuff like that. You can't keep it real in today's thing. And then also too, I think relationships is a lot of relationships that you're dealing with today are done by incredibly selfish people. People are incredibly selfish and they don't care about you. They don't care about, it's always what they want on both sides of the coin. I had a person, I asked them about, I hadn't seen them in a while. And so I asked them, I said, yo, how you doing? I'm saying, how's your boyfriend doing? I know that, you do this and do that. And she's like, I don't deal with him anymore. And I was like, I was shocked, right? She was like maybe 2, 3 months ago, she was singing his praises. And now she doesn't deal with him anymore. And I'm like, oh, dang, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no, he's a baby. I couldn't be his mama and be his girl. I want to be his girlfriend, not his mama. So you couldn't work through that situation is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking, well, was there any work involved? And like, did you work at that? Like when you met him, he probably was that same person that you overlooked for however many years or months you was with him. And then to say that you can't be with him because you don't want to be his mama, the fact that you think that way is crazy. Like, how do you know that that's what he wanted you to be? And what does that actually look like when you're talking about a relationship? Like, what is I can't be his mama mean? Nobody like what is that? What does that even mean? I can't be his mama. Like I was shocked. Like I was really shocked. I was like, you know how you just like you get thrown off and you're like, I don't know what that's. I don't know what I'm supposed to say at that moment. I truly don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like you don't want to be his mama. Well, in what way were you like his mama? And did he even ask you to be that person? That's what I kept saying. But I digress. The whole point is that relationships are work and you have to work at them, and nobody comes into a relationship with all the answers. Even when you're in the relationship for 20, 30 years, 40 years, you don't have all the answers. You got a good handle. I'd say about at 20 you have a good handle on things, but even then you got a lot of women right now that are getting out of relationships and they've been in 25, 30 years. Oh, you know what? I realized that he just didn't do it for me. What? And I'm only coming at it from the man's perspective because I'm gonna bring the Fly Puerto Rican in a few seconds, and we're gonna come at it from the woman's perspective, right? So let me give the Fly Puerto Rican a call. Let's see. Let's call the Fly Puerto Rican. Ooh, that's loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Um, let's give her a call. Maybe she answers the phone. Maybe she doesn't. Um, if she doesn't, we'll try her back. But I'm only coming at it from a man's perspective because I'm a man. I can't be anybody else but a man. Now she might not. She might not answer. Hello?
Please leave a
No, the Fly Puerto Rican did not answer the phone. Um, so we'll try to get her back. Maybe she'll give us a call. But yeah, so let me go through some of this while we wait for her to come into the show. Um, so this is a couple of statistics that I pulled up about marriage and divorce. So the U.S. marriage rate is about 6.1 marriages per thousand people, right? And then while the divorce rate is about 2.4 divorces per thousand people, based on reporting, divorce rates have generally declined over the past 2 decades. In 2023, there was approximately 2.4 million marriages and 672,000 divorces reported in the United States. All right, I mean, that's not bad. Those aren't, I guess, look, that number of divorces should be lower, right? All of those divorces could have been, in my opinion, salvaged. Um, because people get divorced for the dumbest reasons. Oh, you know what? I don't like you because you smell like old socks. Well, tell him he smells like old socks. Well, I don't like him because he's not sensitive to my this or he doesn't romance me. He's not romantic, and I've been with him for 25 years and I need some excitement in my life. you knew from the beginning that you married the couch potato. You knew this. You knew when you got married that you married the couch potato. You knew this. Oh, all he wants to do is play video games. You knew when you got married that that's what he played. Don't pretend like you didn't know this. And I can't speak that's why I need the Fly Puerto Rican in the building. Because we have to speak to those issues on their side. Because from a man's perspective, men are like, look, tell me what I need to do to fix this relationship and let's move on. We ain't got time for the drama, the crying, and the this and the that. We don't want to hear about the nonsense and it's beginning, middle, end. Let's get it popping. I don't want to hear about all the other stuff. And it's not being insensitive. It's just the way men's minds think. Men are logical individuals. We want to fix problems. That is what we're doing. If you're a man that doesn't want to fix problems and you are a drama, you are a beta male. You are a beta. Most men want to fix the problem and move on. We do not want to deal with the nonsense. That's what men want to do. You want to have a problem? Oh, and also, men are not mind readers. Okay? Me trying to figure out your feelings is not going to happen. Well, you never hear them women say, well, a man should know what I'm thinking. We've been together long enough, and he should know what I'm thinking. Absolutely not. We don't know what you're thinking. We don't know. We don't care what you think in that way. Okay? Men don't do it. We're not one of those. We're not saying that. I wonder what she really meant by that statement. That statement alone should have. I need to dive deep in it. No, we don't care about stuff like that. We want to know is the car good? When you drove the car from point A to point B, were there any issues? Where is there a leak that needs to be fixed? Is the grass? Do I need to get out there and cut the grass? Do I need to power wash? Do I need to make sure I make more money so we can get some more things in this house? We don't care about how you feel as far as like you saying that you're bored. If you're bored, you need to say something. If you're in a relationship with a man right now and you are bored or you feel like he's not paying attention to you, then you need to speak your daggone mind. I sent, maybe I still have this. Hold on. I might have to just play the audio. But there was something that I sent one of my friends, and it was probably one of the saddest joints that I've ever seen. Let's see. Oh, here it is. This lady is attracted to another man. And listen to the reason she puts herself in this situation is absolutely insane. All right? And I'm going to play the audio and I hope you guys can play it. I would play the video, but I don't want to take anybody's content. This is The Reflective Mind. It's probably a podcast. So shout out to The Reflective Mind for having this content here for me to share with all of you. I'm going to play it over my phone and I want you guys to listen to what this woman says. And I'm going to pause it in between to give you the reactions, but it's absolutely crazy how this, and I'm sure her husband has zero idea that this is going on. Zero. Like right now, he has zero idea from what it sounds like in this video. And let me set the slide. A lady calls into a podcast complaining about her husband, and listen to the stuff that she's complaining about. Here we go. I'm gonna play it for you.
Okay, tell me about it. I'm attracted to another man.
She's attracted to another man.
I am trying to stay faithful to my husband.
She's trying to stay faithful.
I haven't crossed the line for like physical contact However, I'm doing everything I can to not make like an excuse to bump into him. So he is very different from my husband, and my husband is great, and this guy seems great. So maybe they're not.
Okay. So now she's attracted to another man. Her husband is great, but this other guy is great. She's finding ways not to bump into him. But her husband she's got a great husband. Yeah, she's got a great husband. Hold on, here we go.
Not that different.
What is it about
They're not that
this
different.
other guy that makes you feel a little more alive than you do in your own house?
I don't.
Okay, so he asked her, what does this guy make you, why does this guy make you feel alive that this other guy doesn't make you feel alive? Your husband doesn't make you feel alive, but this guy that you don't want to bump into, he makes you feel alive. Hold on. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, here we go.
Boring, like plain Jane.
Okay.
He doesn't make her feel boring,
Almost like
plain
a
Jane.
fantasy life in my head of what would it be like to have a life with him
That's it.
versus
fantasy
the life
life.
I've created.
The
How long
life
have you
that
been
she
married to your
created.
current husband?
14 years.
Okay.
14 years of
What
marriage
about
now.
this world right now do you want to blow up to smithereens?
We have a successful business.
Okay.
She has a
that
successful
we've
business.
built from nothing,
Built it from nothing.
and it's so much work.
So much work.
And this is a lonelier time of year. Sorry, I cried.
It's okay.
All right. Her husband built a successful business. It's a lot of work. He puts a lot of hours into this successful business that he built for his family. And she says, this is a lonely time of year. So that means you don't work the business. You benefit from the business. You reap the benefits of a man who works hard at what he does. He's out there grinding every single day. It's a hard business, according to her. It's a hard business. And she feels lonely. Incredibly selfish person, by the way. This is an incredibly selfish person, but I'm going to keep going.
Because we don't see each other very much during the winter. My husband works incredibly hard, but he works very long hours because this is the time of year we make our money.
So is this your way of blowing the...
Wait a minute, I had to stop it. So he works incredibly hard this time of year because this is the time of year he makes all the money. He works long hours. He's not available. And you complaining because he makes all the money. And this is the time that he makes all the money. So you complain. You're complaining about a man who goes to work when they just had a thing called homosexuals on TV where dudes sleep from house to house because they don't got nowhere to go. You could have been hooked up with a homosexual, but instead you got a man that makes a lot of money and he's out there working his butt off right now, and you got the audacity to go on somebody's talk show and tell the world that you are incredibly lonely. First of all, you signed up for this life. Nobody told you to marry a man that was an entrepreneur. That's what you wanted. You wanted a man that was an entrepreneur, and that's what entrepreneurs do. They work 80 or 90 hours a week. They get to the grind. They out there grinding. And you mad? You want to have another life with some dude? You didn't even say, I just need a little something. You didn't say that. I want another life. Insane. It's insane. It's insane.
world up and getting your husband home again? Because part of me, the guy inside of me is like thinking, how dare you? The moment your husband gets a shield on and his sword out to go to war for the family,
Yeah.
it's like, well, that's when I'm going to go bang the neighbor.
I'm attracted to another man.
Okay.
Incredibly selfish individuals, and this is why long-term relationships, if they collapse, and I'm not saying it's all women, all right, I don't want you to take that away from it. I don't want a woman bash, but come on, man. Now there are cheating men, there's plenty of cheating men cheat all the time. That's just what it is. It is, dudes have wandering eyes. It is very common for men to do stuff like that. It is by the grace of God that men don't do it. It is,
Tell me about it.
but for you to say that you're with some guy and you want a different life because this man that you're with has the audacity to become a breadwinner. He wants to become a breadwinner for you and the family, and then you just blow up his whole spot because you don't like the hours he's working. I bet you live in a great house in a nice, great gated community, drive a decent car. Nothing. Maybe you don't drive anything fancy. Maybe you most of your money is spent in your home. It's not on things like, you know what I mean. You probably take great vacations, and the thing that you decide to do with that is then turn around and have some fantasy about some dude because your man works too hard for the family. It's absolutely insane. I never even, like, that's probably one of the saddest things out there, when you could have got you a hobosexual. And that's really a thing, by the way. Hobosexuals are really a thing. And the common warning sign is extreme jealousy of bad relationships. Is the sign of a toxic relationship is extreme jealousy, attempts to control where a partner goes or who they see. Sound familiar? Emotional manipulation, repeated insults or humiliation, threats, and physical violence. Well, that lady had at least two of those. And you know, you can't live your life in that cloud like that. The man was out working, getting the bread. And even if he wasn't, there's a part of you that has to say, okay, how do I help this person get to where they need to go? Sometimes people get stuck in a rut, man. Sometimes the rut, like, you feel, sometimes as men, you feel like you spinning your daggone wheels and you never get the appreciation or the thanks that you deserve. You know, people base the relationship on the monetary value of what a relationship is, right? A good man provides a good household. He makes lots of money. I say a good man provides a good household because he loves God. And if he falls, he knows how to get to his knees and pray that the Lord will salvage his heart. And he treats his family and his wife with the respect that they deserve. Those are good men. Vice versa, good women do the same thing, right? They honor and respect their men. They go out, they come back, and they do things unapologetically, no matter what. And if there is some kind of infidelity or relationship problems, they know how to sit down and talk about that kind of stuff where they can get past it, because a lot of it is a lack of communication, and not a one-sided conversation either. The lack of communication is key. Um, I'm gonna try to fly Puerto Rican again. If she doesn't come on, I'm gonna wrap it up because I've been trying to keep the show under 35 minutes. I mean, I appreciate everybody that comes out. I think the show is doing well, and like I said, we're here to run for me to run my mouth. I like the followers, I like the likes. It's cool, but at the end of the day, it's about me expressing. Not even me expressing, just having the outlet to do what I do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna call her one more time, see if she picks up. If she doesn't, oh well, we'll try her again another time, and we'll play some of the video. Well, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll play some of the video and have her react to what I'm saying, which should be something really cool. So hold on a second. We'll try her one more time and see if the Fly Puerto Rican answers the phone. We want her perspective, but again, she might not answer. So we have to prepare ourselves for that. We have to prepare ourselves. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for her to pick up this horn, um, I just wanna say that, any relationship can be salvaged. Anyone. I don't care what it is. I don't care what happened in your relationship. It can be salvaged, but it takes two people to want to salvage that relationship. And I don't think the Fly Puerto Rican. So what we'll do is we'll have the Fly Puerto Rican come on. Maybe Friday. We'll take some time out Friday or next Monday for her to come on and react to what I said in this show. Um, I I don't know what else to say but that is that you as a person in a relationship, man or woman, have to figure out how you're going to move forward with that. If there's any type of issues, if you don't have those issues, don't create them. People are not your doormats. People are individuals. They want to do their own thing, just like you want to do your own thing. They don't deserve you to tell them how they should live their that you guys should be able to mesh your life together. That's what it's all about. When you're not meshing your life together, then what's the point? I'm out of here. I'm Shon Black Mac. Thank you for everybody that came out. I know there wasn't too many comments today, but it's all right. Peace, love. We'll be back here on Friday. Movies and TV shows and free for alls on Fridays. Come and holler at us.